Hello and welcome everyone to Hunter A Skating Stadium this morning to this Kurt DeFris 2022 National Championship Under 15s, where we have the best of Western Australia against Queensland this morning. Previous game, New South Wales and Victoria, with New South Wales defeating Victoria 9-1. Just having a quick look at the standings, and this game could have a big effect on those final placings and how they go into semi-finals and into the final following that. So I'm Peter Lambert. I'm here with Simon Gintix.
Good morning, Peter. Good morning. This should be an exciting game. So definitely, Queensland definitely want to win this game if they want to basically knock out South Australia. South Australia have an opportunity later today, but against a red-hot New South Wales team, it's a big ask for South Australia. So anything can happen though, and definitely these kids are skillful enough to pull it off. So, but Queensland definitely want to lock this one out if they can.
The opportunity is there for them if they can get the win. But we could end up with a three-way tie of teams with 6 points between Victoria, Queensland and Western Australia, which would involve some of the tie-breaking schemes. We'll have to check into those for you and what happens with those tie-breaking. We're kind of looking into that before we rush up here for the warm-up, because we just finished the last game just a few minutes ago. So straight into another one. It's non-stop hockey here today. We've got an AHL game here tonight too, so it's all happening.
It's a lot of hockey. A lot of hockey here, and the ice is definitely going to get a workout.
Yeah. Fortunately, it's really cold here today, especially for Newcastle area, and this ice is setting rock hard and fast after a clean.
So we should see some pretty fast skating. Hopefully all these players have set their holo correctly for the ice conditions.
So warm up, we've just got a couple minutes of it left. We've got Western Australia in their gold and black, and Queensland primarily white, with their state colour maroon featuring on their jerseys. So we're waiting for a team list from Queensland, so apologies on that if we're a bit slow. We've got a previous one, but it's going to be a bit hard to call just from names and numbers.
Yes. On
the back, not always clear.
So for Western Australia, we'll read out the Western Australian team if we've got a confirmed list for them. So Western Australia, we've got two goalkeepers, Tad Sear and Dylan Maybe, 1 and 2 respectively. Dylan has got the start, and number 3 is Ty Malcolm Smith. And number 6 is Armin Haslam. 8 is Zoe Webb. 12 is Sophie Reeder. 13 is Isaac West. 14 is Tyler Rodden. 15 is Easton Shearer. 18 is Lewis Jenner. 21 is Lewis Min. 24, Braden Hogan. He had a very strong couple of games yesterday. 27 is Ben Shearer. 44, Shawna Smart. 56, Kieran Poulter. 61, Kale Telfer. 71, Sam Siwak. 87, Charlie Ross. And 88 is Joshua McNamara. And we've just received the confirmed Queensland list, so Peter might read those out.
All right, let's have a look. So in goal, we've got Liam Robinson in number 1. 11, we've got Fred Hawes. 12, Mannix Winston. Oh, maybe reading those backwards. Sorry, it's Winston Mannix. 14 is Ozzy Partridge. 16 is Katrina Reptrick. 19, Jackson Stanicki. 20, Jace Haley. 24, Diddler Dougherty. 27, Jed Jamieson. 28, Bryce Hodges. 29, Georgia Watts. 31, Katie Meyer. 42, Noah Dibble. 47 is Jack Molly, pardon me. Hunter Boland, 77. Alex DeGraff, 81. And in 87, we've got Mason Lupton. Just the one. Oh, no, we've got two goalies here. We've got Katie Meyer and Liam Robinson are the two listed for us.
And it looks like Liam Robinson's got the nod as the start. So we've got puck drop already, folks. So
Queensland's carrying the puck into the zone, looking to pass inside, tries to get a shot away. Western Australia send it wide. Can't clear the zone. Queensland keep it in. We're ticking away on this 15 minutes, the start of this DeFris Under-15s national tournament. Best of Australian youth here.
That was Shearer to Shearer. It seems like
that's going to make it tough for us. Western Australia back to retrieve. And their own end. Puck is loose. Centre ice.
There's quite a few family connections there in this competition there, Peter. There's multiple siblings playing together, which is good to see.
Siblings plus some relatives who played senior league, including AHL and AWAHL. And we've got first penalty. Jeff Scott refereeing here for us today. One of probably Australia's most experienced referee. He's done many AHL games, including probably the majority of AHL finals in the past few years.
Runs a very tight ship, certainly.
He does. He does like to call them early too. And he knows he is a total nerd for rules. He knows all the rules. You can't beat Jeff for rules. So, yeah, he's always on top of it. Very exacting. Thrown down ice and sent wide by the stick of goaltender. Who have we got down?
Liam Robinson.
It was Liam Robinson for Queensland. He has to make a save, and Queensland will carry it out up the left wing. Into the zone they go with a bit of speed. Once again, as we do see in this age group, we've got a big variety of sizes. We've got some kids who have already really started to grow, and we've got other little ones who are nice and speedy. Bolton keeps it in off the stick there and cleared by Western Australia down ice. But they're killing the penalty though. Quick shot and score! Short-handed goal for Western Australia. And that's a big blow for Queensland as they're hoping to score on that power play.
That's Braden Hogan, the young gentleman I mentioned earlier. He had a very strong game yesterday and apparently the day before. So
playing a number 24.
Yeah, definitely a potent weapon for WA, and he proves it again by scoring.
That was an unfortunate bounce, and the Queensland defenseman couldn't pick up the puck cleanly, and that gave Hogan the opportunity. He made no mistake. So they're on the power play, Queensland, trying to get one back. Cleared there by the goalie. Attempted snapshot, stopped off by a defender. Queensland regather. The no-look pass hits West Australian legs. Jamison tries to drive to the net. Chance for Queensland. Shot, save. Another shot. Another save. And a big cheer from West Australian bench for their goalie. Coming up big with that one.
Two very, very strong saves from Maybe there. There's certainly no maybe about it. He definitely saved those ones. Apologies for the joke there.
That's what we're here for. Queensland still on the power play. They bring it into the zone. So Western Australia having a great PK. They've got a goal and a couple of good saves so far.
Yes. It's unbelievable how many short-handed goals we have seen in this competition so far.
Yep.
Including a 3-on-5.
Yes, we did see that earlier in the previous game. Those are rare. Queensland working hard to try and get in front. Save off the toe there. Great save, Western Australia.
Maybe just had that pad stretched out and was able to block that across the face of the goal. Attempt.
Reverse here. Queensland going to put some pressure on. Western Australia holding firm. And that's penalty expired, so we're back on 5-on-5 and we've got a change coming up. Katrina Rapture carrying the puck.
Some strong skating there from Rapture.
And I think it's offside, yeah. Offside called by linesman. That looks like local Sean Lynch.
It is. It is. Queensland just couldn't time that entry into the zone, and unfortunately were brought on offside. So
face off. Puck flow goes forward. It's picked up by Western Australia and sent back in by Queensland. Off a body chance with a rebound, but gathered by defence and sent back in by Partridge for Queensland. So Jenner will carry for Western Australia. He's under pressure from the forecheck. Queensland still putting good pressure on. Boland slaps the puck in, goes round behind the net. Queensland still holding possession.
calmly decides to cycle it around and switch sides, and just keeping WA on the back foot there as they have to keep chasing the puck.
Yeah, that was offside, not picked up. Yes, it has been picked up. Sean Lynch was on it. Cross the line there, so back they go. Actually, that's not Sean. That's the other lining. With a face-off just outside Western Australia zone. Yeah, Queensland had good possession there, but they couldn't get inside, so I guess you call that a stalemate.
Some really good play by Queensland. A little bit unlucky to be one down, though. He certainly had some really good attempts, good shot attempts to square it up.
Scramble in front of the benches, and got a whistle, and a trip's being called by Jeff Scott, so we'll have a player heading to the, it was a hand pass, pardon me, wrong signal, hand pass, so
it did look like a trip.
Yeah, the way he did his hand, he did his arm, I thought it might have been a trip.
Yeah, definitely did look like a tripping signal to me, but just couldn't get on that pass.
Flopped a bit, chance for Queensland. Western Australia turn it about and chase. Foot race on right now.
Awesome pace. Goes for the wraparound.
In front, yeah, he couldn't enough to get in front. Queensland get it into neutral ice, trying to get to safety. Western Australia had possession. Players not covering the middle of the ice there.
They were going for a D change there and got caught out a little bit there, but they were lucky to get away with it. Kicks it out of the zone.
Nice foot skills there. Always pays to be able to have some soccer skills while skating. It's not an easy thing to do. Thrown down ice. No icing.
Siwek just beats that icing call there. It's just some really fast skating there.
It's a real chip and chase when you go the whole length of the Olympic ice. Fight on net and a stop there. Loose in front. Queensland clear it up to the point and out into neutral ice, but Western Australia will gather it there. A slump. Reaches for it, gets past it. Boland now. Good passing between D partners there. Real sharp. They have it again. I thought I recognised the name Rapchat. The brothers play for the Brisbane Lightning. I'm assuming it's brothers.
Of course, Brisbane Lightning, the new franchise that's going to be involved in the AIHL.
Yeah, looking forward to entry into AHL next year, and already a really strong team. They've been a real handful for all the teams. They've beaten some AHL teams, although they may not have had full strength AHL teams. But even here in Newcastle, they've been really tough games for the North Stars, and they were actually awesome preparation for the North Stars to fine-tune their game.
They've been really tight games here, and Lightning play with such a physicality. It's quite impressive. Obviously, Queensland hockey doing something right.
Western Australia trying to set up in front, but picked up by the defence Queensland and cleared out. They're moving forward with some pace, but one man all alone down there. That's number 47. That's Jack Morley. Swans bring it out. Puck stolen. Queensland will set up as West Australia looking to change anyway.
Oh, Jamison with some silky skills just to dance around the WA players. Gets caught up in a stick there. It sets up the shot anyway.
Yeah, Queensland couldn't put it in. West Australia defence holding them out. The West Australians bring it in now across the line. Take a shot. It's off some shin pads and wide. Calling for it is Min at the blue line. But Queensland have it and they get it out to neutral ice. Daniki pursuing. That's off some gear and loose, picked up there by West Australia. Quick snapshot, can't get through. Up the wing they go. Queensland on the attack. Daniki inside, tries a shot, covered there and stopped. Nope, it's cleared by West Australian defence. Boland keeps it in. Rims around the boards.
Oh.
Close to the goal there.
Maybe just had to play with that a little bit just to stop it trickling in. It was a funny bounce, that puck. And,
Yeah, I don't see it come off the stanchions like that really ever. Boland now, long pucks. Fires inside. West Australia keep on along the boards. Quick shot on net and a good one. It's a great save to keep it out.
Perfect spot in the slot. It gets it on the backhand and maybe has to make that save.
Queensland looking pretty dangerous at the moment. West Australia under pressure. Queensland still working on the outside, so West Australian defence keeping them out of the box. And a rush up ice. Loses the puck in the melee. Back we come. Queensland on the counter. Good fast, evenly matched hockey here. Just 1-0 so far. West Australia with a 1 goal early in the period. Around the boards it comes. Hawes keeps it in. Fired towards net, smothered, and we're going to stop a play with 5:16 left in the first.
Excellent shifts there from both teams. It's a bit back and forth from both sides of the ice. But I do feel like that Queensland may have had a little bit of the better of it in that last little sequence.
Yeah, it was the strongest. I think it's the strongest period of play we've seen from Queensland so far. Queensland keep it alive, but West Australia get a rebound, and they got numbers here. Oh, some good defence breaks it up for Queensland, so they'll fire it back in, and Jenner will pursue into his own defensive end.
Hawes definitely had to break that up, otherwise he would have been facing a 2-on-1 situation.
That was a clinch play.
Yes.
Another foot race on. Hawes once again to the rescue, off a stick and up into the netting, and we're going to stop a play.
Both teams decided to change out as we set up in the far hash marks, the WA's offensive zone. Remarkable lack of penalties this game so far.
So far.
For those who've missed other games, there have been a lot of penalties assessed during the game, so this is a refreshing change for once.
The game is young, Simon. It could yet happen. West Australia keeping in the attacking end. No, taken and driven up ice. I think it's Rabchuk. Takes a shot. Oh, that's wide.
That was Watts actually.
Watts?
Yeah.
20. Was it 29?
Yeah. The hair.
It's hard to. The hair covers up the name, so we can't always pick the numbers or the names. Bouncing around Western Australia, get in front. Keep it alive. Good positioning from these teams. Impressed with their positioning. Good ice awareness of what's going on. Jamison with a shot, and it's just slipped through the glove there a bit on Sia. West Australia now pin against the boards. And Queensland clear it to neutral ice. Forecheck causes a handover. West Australia will carry it through neutral zone.
Hogan again.
Loose, quick shot.
Draws a penalty from the looks of it too.
So that'll be a penalty on Queensland.
Goalie goes to the bench, getting six people on the ice for WA.
We nearly had a collision between the goalie and the forechecker there.
And getting a hooking penalty called.
So it'll be a power play for Western Australia. They're up by 1-0 at the moment. So Queensland need to stand tall and hold them out to keep things close.
So that's 2 minutes for hooking for Stanicky. And as Peter said, that's going to be 2 minutes for WA for their power play.
Face off, Western Australia keep it in. No, they don't keep it, spill it. And Shearer will come back to collect it. He's under pressure though from the forecheck.
Some real fast skating from both sides there. Oh, yes.
Clear offside there. Easy one for the linesman. They'll go back to neutral ice.
So neutral ice face off. So we get the puck drop.
Western Australia win it. Fires it in from across the red line, so there's no icing. Keep it alive. Shot on net. Queensland clear. You were saying?
I was just saying Queensland weren't able to get it out of the zone there.
Into the attacking zone, Western Australia carry it in. Quick shot on net and a save. Loose scores!
Poulter with the pick-up of the rebound from Telfer, sending it from the blue line there.
Kieran Poulter putting that one in on the rebound. They make it 2-0. That'll end that power play as they've scored. So we're back to 5-on-5, but Queensland now down 2-0.
And looking at the rebound, puck goes in.
A big rebound there off Robinson. There, Poulter a good chance in front, and the late change of, well, we've got too many players on the moment. They need to get sorted. Haslam will stay on, and we've got to drop the puck, and Western Australia quickly on the attack, driving towards the net. That's number 24, Braden Hogan.
So it sometimes pays to, if you're going to have a shot, shoot like you mean it. Hard shot. Creates the rebound.
Western Australia on the attack. Thrown towards net and smothered by Liam Robinson for a stop of play. 1:57 left in the first.
Excellent rising shot from Siwak out wide, but Robinson saw it all day.
More of a get a face-off sort of shot. Face-off, scramble, pin down low. See who comes out with it. Western Australia possession at the moment, but Queensland have the numbers. Western Australia keep it alive. Tossing it back in there was Queensland can break away. Sneaky takes a shot, low, kept it smothered there by Maybe. Bit of confusion about the change here, Western Australia. They're sorting out their lines. Sean Lynch blows his whistle impatiently. Here we go. Western Australia with a clean win off the face-off. Run around the boards. Queensland keep it in the attacking zone.
Oh, good ball battle between Ratchuk and Poulter there. Poulter coming out on top and sending it forward.
Queensland on the attack. They got three coming in. Quick shot on net is high and wide. Jamison down low. Battles couple. Rapchup in 16. Sends a puck back, but it goes to Reader. Queensland keeping it out of play for a moment. Some looking for a change. Defence, though, have to deal with Western Australian forecheckers. A nice steal. Carrying it forward. Oh,
He's got support. Oh,
shot scores!
Mannix right in front of the slot, unguarded. Not sure how Walter managed to get that across there.
The turnover generates a goal, and Queensland get one back. They're just one behind now. It's 2-1 Western Australia. It's really fun to see the boys and girls mixed together in the teams.
Yeah.
It's, I know it wouldn't be so plausible at full size when you got 100-kilo men at very high speed, but it's fun to watch at this level. Watts with a quick shot.
There's certainly no, especially against a female player. There's plenty of female players that can absolutely outplay me.
Yeah, of course.
Again, offside. Queensland caught offside there. We have 16 seconds left in the first period. WA 2, Queensland 1.
So we should have time for a face-off and one more attempt for either team. Queensland trying to push it forward. They do get in the zone. They're offside, but that's turned around. So one chance here for Western Australia. Shearer has it. Passes inside, tripped. Tripped over a stick. And Queensland will start next period, minus the 5 seconds we have now, on a penalty kill. Shearer driving towards the net there generated that penalty. We've got another set of siblings here. We've got 2 Shearers on at the moment.
Yes, we do. It's good to see. Not quite clearing that puck.
One shot on net, save, and that will do for the first period. So after this first 15 minute, we've got Western Australia 2, and we've got Queensland on 1.
So we've got a couple of minutes for each team to have a little bit of a breather between the first and second period. Third period will be a nice clean, so we'll have a little bit of a longer break then. So, but gives the coaches a couple of minutes to talk strategy and really hopefully settle down these players. Both teams can take this. It's a very close game, both playing with equal intensity, so it is anyone's game at this moment.
As we said earlier today, Simon, this game could have a pretty big effect on what happens as far as placings goes. So with the teams, who gets to face New South Wales, so that will generate a 1v4, 2v3 sort of situation, and we'll have semi-finals and semi-finals, and then we have a final, of course.
Yeah. Yes, and obviously Queensland will want to win this to essentially lock out South Australia from any chance. If they're not able to, then in South Australia manage to win over New South Wales, it could go to a countback between the two teams.
So goals scored can make a big difference.
Yes.
But these two seem pretty evenly matched, Queensland and Western Australia. Good cheer from the West Australian bench.
Yeah. WA have had a couple of big wins in this tournament, so that certainly can help them.
It's a great experience for these kids to play for their state in this national tournament. And as you said, this is the highest level we get to before they start to split off into gender and into their different competitions. So Queensland, as we've mentioned, will start off on the penalty kill. Western Australia will win that face-off. Quickly attempt to set up in the Queensland zone. Quick shot towards net. Shearer there. But picked up by Queensland and fired down ice. 1-4 checker going in to keep Tefla under pressure. Their captain for the Western Australians.
Lovely little jinky move just to fake out the Queensland player as he's coming in for the forecheck there. Oh, fans on the puck on that clearance there.
Queensland doing a good job of running the time off here. We've got about an hour, we've got a minute 15 remaining on that penalty kill. It's going to be a long day, isn't it?
Let's not wish that on the WA players.
It felt like an hour penalty in the last game.
Yes.
The amount of penalties we had, including a major last game. Quick fire, stopped. Good stop by Queensland. It's loose and there's a dog pile of bodies in front.
It's still loose.
West Australia sent it out wide, looking to get a shot on. The mess is cleared up. Queensland looking to clear. They're on the penalty. That's off a high stick. And West Australia touch. At that point, stop a play. So face-off will be in the West Australian zone as they played it with the stick above the head. I think it's above the shoulders, actually. Yeah,
it's above the shoulders.
And above and as far as scoring goals, it has to be below the crossbar if you touch it there. So we're going to face off West Australian, but they are on the power play.
Should be able to get that out of the zone, which they do.
Doherty goes back. He's got 30 seconds to kill here. And his team can't get it past Hogan, who does a nice job to knock it down with the hand and play it.
Almost lacrosse type skills there, or hurling.
There's a bit of juggling maybe too.
For those familiar with the Irish sport.
Quick shot and a save there. Robinson up to the save. So one of those small and speedy goalies. Both the goalies about the same height. Whereas New South Wales and Victoria had some very tall young goalies. Face off. West Australia driving towards the net. Quick shot and a save.
Wonderful. Just close that off. He had to. It was a hard shot at low level and just clenched the legs there to seal it off.
Squeeze the 5-hole shot. Braden Hogan, of course, being the top scorer for West Australia, has a real good set of hands. Face off to the right to Robinson. Queensland push it forward, so West Australia take a shot. It's off the skate wide. Teams are even, so the penalty has expired. Battle for the puck won by Queensland, but it's gone through the legs. And we've got some pressure here from Queensland. Hodges drives towards the net, but loses the handle. And West Australia try to clear. Kept in the zone. Bryce Hodges again to Repchuk. And attempted shot on net is stopped by some sticks. Off some skates now.
A little bit of a jumble there. Min is able to pick that up though.
It's the worst when it gets trapped between your legs and you can't find the puck.
Yeah.
Repchuk now into the zone. Has a look. She's going to take it around the outside.
She's double teamed there, so not much option there, unfortunately, for Repchuk.
Queensland had their player back. She could probably do some support. Haley across to D partner and stops up on the attack. Gets the puck back. That's Hunter Boland, 77, behind the net. Trying to bring it out front to get a shot on net. And it's defenders, with a bit of help from defenders, that goes wide. Queensland putting the pressure on.
Oh my goodness.
Off a stick and bounces over the goalie and in for a Queensland goal. We got 2 all game.
I would say that was a lucky goal for Stonicky there. It's just awful bounce. Just bobbled up and
off a stick. I think it was off a defender's stick, not the goalie. Hooped over in slow motion. And I thought, surely that's not going to go in, but it did, right in the middle of the net. So
it just went
one of those bizarre goals.
Yeah, and just went straight over Maybe's head and just couldn't get to it.
2 all game, second period. Queensland, they're going to enjoy that one. They put some pressure on now. Got to make use of that fairly fortunate goal. Quick attempt to shot us off a stick and out of play for a stopper play. 11-18 left in the second.
certainly makes this game extra exciting, and I like a close, tight game, and it really reflects what both teams are doing.
Queensland putting pressure on there in the attacking zone. Watts tries to get it back to a player, to a teammate, but Western Australia get it out instead. Smart and Malcolm Smith come into the zone. No, turn around. Queensland on the counter. Going wide, firing around the boards, but no one's home, so Western Australia will clear it. Queensland back into neutral ice, into Western Australian end. Skating onto it. I'm looking at the wrong sheet. There's no 18. Jenna Lewis. Yeah.
Lewis Jenner.
Jenna now. Hands it off. Quick shot. And it's wide thanks to the defence of Queensland. Watts has a look. And chipped off the boards into the zone. Good forecheck there by Queensland.
And Jamison with the strong skate. Oh, he trips over a little bit. Rapchak with the puck.
Fires towards the net, and it's gone a little high and wide, but it was a good opportunity for Queensland.
Rodden was definitely in the right spot to take that shot. Oh, apologies, I was looking at the wrong sheet myself. That was Aussie Partridge that had that shot there.
Poland under pressure. Works beautifully to get around two Western Australian players and keeps going. Chips off the board. Spinning about. We've got one in front. Off the skates though. Western Australia is going to get it out. Hodges nearly offside. Had to drag a leg to stay onside.
Ref slightly in the way there. Oh, Hodges managed to grab that.
Watch out for
Hogan,
backhand. Gets it back. Hogan, but unfortunately for Hogan, all alone, because Hogan had great control of the puck and some good opportunities. Telfer keeps it in. Keeps it active. Fires off the iron. And out.
That clear, hard ping from the post there.
Really good move there too to pick it up and take the quick shot. Kept out by Robinson. West Australia all over Queensland at the moment. Yeah. Momentum has swung to the gold and black team.
And Queensland finally get it out of their zone. And they have a shot. And they score!
What a goal. Jack Molly with a goal. Picked the top corner like a pro.
Swings and roundabouts. It was all WA for a moment, and then momentum just changed with one little play. It's incredible hockey we're seeing here, folks. So I hope you're enjoying it. I'm hoping you're enjoying it. Straight through and a really hard rising shot.
Mack knocks it down, so Rabchuk will have to go back. It's a foot race on for the puck. She doesn't win it, but West Australia can't get a clean shot on net. Just keep it in the zone. Oh, great save by Robinson with a shot there from Graydon Hogan. Beautiful save.
And Queensland acknowledging that.
So they should.
Yes.
There was a save in Canberra in the AHL last weekend where the Canberra Braves were congratulating the North Stars goalie because they couldn't believe he stopped it. Yes. It was a good moment.
Young Ethan Spiel did. I saw that save. Yes, it was incredible.
Backhanded shot there and a save there off Queensland.
Yes. Can't tell you how many times I've been robbed like that.
All of my shots were stopped for some reason. I don't know why. Might have been because they were dribbling along the ice at slow speed. Queensland on the counter. Trying to move it forward. Watts chases. Chance here, Queensland. They're offside. How disappointing.
and he knew it. He knew it. He tried to get back and it just couldn't get back in time there.
So Jake Molly's their captain, and he had another sweet breakaway, another chance to score one of those top shelfers. Yeah.
So, yeah, unfortunately Mannix was just in the wrong spot and couldn't get back in time.
Yeah, if it was men's hockey, it'd be owing a slab of beer for that one. It might just be chalky milk with the DeFris.
Yeah. Oh, it happens to the best of us.
Good battle on the boards here. Molly reverses. Kept in the zone. Shot on net off a player. Backhand attempts, 2 of them. 3, loose.
Oh!
Net's off.
Net's off. Bit of a tussle down there. Scramble to get the pack.
Dogpile will just check to see everyone's okay.
Yeah. Maybe he's getting up a little bit slow, but he's back on his feet, which is good to see. Really good to see. So, yeah. Just shows the level of desperation and the heart, the intensity, trying to get that puck to net, putting their bodies on the line, people.
We're going to have a face-off from the Western Australian end. So we're in the second period, of course. 3-2 the lead. Queensland with that snipe. But Chuck sends it back in. Western Australia will need to collect. And deliver up high. See, they come up the left wing.
Oh,
just whiffs a little. Keeping the zone, no. Queensland get it out. Jamieson waits up, takes a shot off a player, and play will stop.
I did suspect that was going to be an offside, and Hodges is not happy with that, but more than likely the correct call there.
If it's not, Jeff got to be on it, and they'll go to centre ice. No, that's Sands, and Sean Lynch will drop the puck just outside the Western Australia zone. Jamison at the face-off. He's up against Braden Hogan. Jamison pushes it forward into the Western Australia zone. Queensland do get possession back. Attempt on net is off a stick and wide. Kept alive by Queensland. They've got no one right in front at the moment. Sneaky sends it back towards net or behind the net. We've got some confidence with Rabchuk up there in the blue line. She does a great job of keeping the puck alive. Quick attempt there at the back, at the side of the net, but kept out by Navy.
Oh, how did
Hogan
Hogan
do
do
that?
that?
Power move and a save by Robinson.
How did Hogan manage that? And Robinson with the magnificent save on that power play. Power skating.
Call it power drive.
Yeah, power drive. That's the word I was looking for.
Power forward with a power drive. Jamison driving towards the net. Dito robs into the puck. Bump down, player there. Queensland good. Saniki good pressure there. But here comes the forward check, Hassan.
Oh, no, and going back for the back check as well, straight away.
Yeah, good effort here from these players. They've been well drilled.
It's good hockey play.
And back into Western Australia zone. Queensland are doing a really good job, though, of containing Western Australia in their end. We haven't been the Queensland end too much. There's been a couple of breakaways and chances, but more play in the gold end than the white end at the moment. Queensland will look to fire it in. They're not always getting good possession down low, but Western Australia have been able to set up. The old rattle the gate to say time for a change. That's familiar from Beer League, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Although personally with Beer League, I was rattling the gate trying to get off.
You mean to say that 5-minute shifts aren't normal?
No, they're not my thing. No, I'm more of a 30-second and off sort of guy. Got 3 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in the second. We'll have a longer break then. They'll clean the ice between the second and third periods. But at the moment, West Australia with the face-off outside the Queensland zone. Mannix will carry it in. Takes a shot. Well, just gets it off the glass, but gets it back. Can't get a good shot away. Western Australia picking up the loose puck in the zone. Takes a quick shot, and it's off the back of the backboards. That's a Torreon player there.
Good keeping, Webb.
Yeah, great job by Webb at the blue line. So it was Josh McNamara was the player I was seeing, tall player in 88. Fired off the boards. Around it goes, picked up by the West Australian D. I'll take the left wing option. McNamara, as mentioned, gets the puck back. But West Australia not hitting tape to tape at the moment, and they're getting some pressure put back on them. Good D there to be right on the player as he collected the puck.
Maybe went for that big dive to try and stop that puck, but wasn't able to get it within his grasp. And got a bit of a foot race for, just slows up, so there's no icing there.
Players using their speed. Overskated it.
Oh, can't tell you how many times I've done that.
So one of the girls from West Australia came off a bit ginger there.
We've got 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in this period. Anyone's game at the moment.
Back and forth hockey. West Australia right now in the attacking zone. Chipped off the boards. And that's a chance for Queensland. They've got numbers now as West Australia back check hard and scores. It's the same player as Jack Molly, the captain, with another snipe from the top of the circle. Gets it by maybe.
Just had to get it past the D and managed to do so.
It was a turnover at the far blue line. It always seems to be the danger place is your own blue line. You get a turnover there, chasing it down ice. And, Queensland have got a lot of confidence right now, so they're going to take those shots and then they're hitting them. Seen some great hands from the young fella at 47. Queensland captain. Queensland now have it. Back on the attack. Jamison tries to bring it in close. We've got Queensland players in the right spot in the office between the circles.
It was very close there. WA just able to nullify that chance. And again,
So Shearer passed that inside. Didn't get a good shot away, but did get a shot on goal that was covered up there by Robinson. That was Malcolm Smith with the shot. .122 remains in the second period. 4-2 now the lead. Queensland rallying off the back of their captain. Telfer takes a shot, a beauty from the blue line.
Queensland were just able to get a stick in the way of that shot, though.
Rapchuk defends the puck nicely against a bigger player.
Yes, again, Jack Molly on the charge.
I can see where he's wearing the seat. Jack Molly's talented, and we've got a penalty. I think it was an elbow.
Yes, that looks to be an elbow call there.
In the last minute of this second period, West Australia have taken a penalty, so it's going to work in Queensland's favour, of course, especially if they've picked up two really sweet sniping goals here in this second period. So West Australia need to hold them out, and at least it gets split over the period break. If they can hold on to this, then they've got a chance to start clawing it back here in the third. Quick shot on net. Keeps it high, smothered, and couldn't find it, but got it in time. And, Dylan maybe covers it up. We got nearly 40 seconds left in the period.
I'm not sure anyone knew where that puck had gone from the blue line there.
Yeah, I think it came off the back glass, didn't it? Rebounded in is hard to track. Chuck now. Skates it in the zone, takes it herself. Defends the puck, covers the puck nicely, good skills. Around the boards it goes. And back into the Queensland zone. We've only got 15 seconds left in the period, so this should probably see out the game at the period. West Australia do get possession. They just fire it back in, so including the penalty, of course. So that should see the period end. Maybe. There we go.
There we go. So Queensland will be on the power play at the start of the third period for due to the elbowing call on Tyler Rodden.
So a great period for Queensland to come back and get ahead by 2. West Australia, they've got to just kill off this penalty at 1 minute 9 left and rally, get a couple back. And that puts them in, if they can come back against Queensland, there'll be a good opportunity to battle for that second, third game.
Yes.
They just don't want to end up being in the 4th position because New South Wales are very potent at the moment.
Yes, from what we've seen today, apologies for spoilers for those that haven't maybe want to watch the game. New South Wales have put on a couple of very convincing victories in this competition. And they have one game yet to play this afternoon, 2:15. So, yeah, it'll be quite interesting to see how this all pans out with the results. So we've got an ice clean here at the 2022 DeFris hockey tournament here in Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. We're going to take a 10-minute break, and both teams should be out at the conclusion of the ice clean. So Queensland 4, Western Australia 2. We'll see you for the third period.
Welcome back, everyone, to Hunray Skating Stadium. It's a 4-2 lead for Queensland here in this DeFris 2022 Australian Under-15s tournament, Australia-wide. This game really is probably going to set up the team who can make the finals. You know, we've got semi-finals coming up, but these guys are fighting for position. These two teams pretty evenly matched. West Australia, of course, have 1 minute and 9 seconds to kill. Peter Lambert here with Simon Ginton.
Yeah, well, this has been a very exciting game and really some quite freaky goals that we've seen. Some pucks that just go different directions, and you know, look, at the end of the day, as a goaltender, what are you going to do? Yeah, you know, so it can be things can change as quickly as a deflection.
Boland has a puck for Queensland. They're on the power play. They've got about a minute of that left. Sneaky up the right wing. Has the look inside. Shiny ice to work with. Freshly cut and really hard and cold. It's a cold day here. And Queensland player goes down as Rapture. Bench for calling for a penalty. Quick shot and goal as Braden Hogan. Don't leave that man alone.
I don't think Robinson was ready for that shot. Didn't expect that shot from that angle.
No, and I think Hogan spotted that, and he just, while he was kind of looking away, did the no-look shot and got it on the 5-hole. And the big kid for Western Australia has been a leading scorer for him, and he sneaked that one in right there.
Goalie thought he was covered by, he was covered by two Queensland players there, so he had no right to be able to shoot that.
The Queensland player's got to take the puck away from him. It doesn't matter if it's short-handed. He's especially a danger player like that, and he was kind of gathering the puck. So he was gathering in ready for a quick shot. They just had to get right up against him and separate him from the puck.
Should remind you, that was a short-handed goal. Yet again, in this competition, we have seen so many short-handed goals. Because we've still got 24 seconds left on this power play for Queensland.
4-3 the score now, though. Still Queensland with one ahead. Chance in front, scores! Yes. Beautiful cross, and nails it. And Queensland get that one back for another 2-goal lead. There's still, there was 15 seconds remaining on it. And a great finish there on the one-timer.
Hodges answers that goal from beautiful pass from the side from Partridge into the centre slot, and Hodges just left all alone there all day. Could have picked any shot.
Oh, you can't fight. I mean, it's tough getting scored on short-handed, but the best way to fix it is to go score a goal, get one back.
And that ends the power play, obviously, for Queensland in the best possible way.
Smothered there by Robinson. We've got a penalty call, and it looks like it's gone on Braden Hodges for a slash. I think against the goalie is what's been called.
Hogan,
sorry.
Yeah.
Braden Hogan.
There's Hodges and Hogan. Hogan on WA and Hodges on Queensland.
I am getting them mixed up.
So WA missing their lethal goal scorer there and have to defend against the Queensland side on the uptick.
Face off, Queensland have it. Fired in by Boland. It goes around the boards. Off the boards it come. Moves inside. Still got it. And a shot goes wide though. Had to stretch to get that one away. So some nice moves there by Jamieson. Potent attacker for this under-15s Queensland side. We'll have a face-off here to the right of maybe. Queensland setting up.
Looking for the blue line there. Switch aside.
So West Australia killing a penalty again. Maybe they can score another short-handed, but the man who scored the last one's in the box right now. Back it comes, Boland. Out of place is Jeff Scott, and they're going to go back into the West Australian end.
Queensland go for the full change there.
So Hodges, Jamieson, Partridge. The forward line for Queensland. on this power play for them. West Australia win the face-off though. Dibble can't get it in. He whiffed a bit on the pass. He's pulled to close the gap on him. And we've got a hand pass called, so a stopper play. We've got 1:05 left to power play for Queensland. Going outside. Jamison wins that face-off, gets the puck back. It's a step around the linesman, fires it in. Rudin and West Australia fire it down ice to the far end for Queensland to retrieve as they play this power play. They've still got 46 seconds to go. West Australia with intercept. Quick shot. It's just over the top of the crossbar and bounces off the glass behind. They use real glass here at Warners Bay at Hunter Skating Stadium, so it can bounce different to some of the other rinks. Quick shot. Hodges with a nice shot, yeah. And West Australia clear.
So we've got 14 seconds left on that power play. Not much has happened in this power play, unfortunately, Phil.
Queensland now trying to bring it up ice. Mishandling by Malcolm Smith gives them an opportunity, but they've got good coverage there, and they're going to try and get the puck back. We're even strength, as you say, yeah. So that helps. Braden Hogan back on ice, 24. Patrolling, looking for an opportunity. West Australia trying to stretch pass to him there, but that's off a stick and out of play for a stopper play. 11:32 left in the third. 5-3 the lead for Queensland.
Really good control there by both sides. So we get to the face-off drop.
Rapchuk keep it in the attacking zone. Fires it around the boards. Jamison's down low. Tries to chip it off the boards.
Lost the stick. Had to kick it out.
Oh, that's the worst. Especially when you're a D-man, you rely on your stick so much.
Absolutely.
Haslam fires it off the boards.
Lovely little bank pass to Hogan, who's in the lead.
Hogan will take a shot for sure. It's off a stick and wide. Malcolm Smith can't get it in on net, so get some help from Hogan. Jenna will need to back up because Queensland's on the rush. Tanicki with the tuck off between the legs and off the backboards. Centering pass doesn't connect. Jamison there. And West Australia will collect in their own end. Try the right wing. Had a cherry picker up in the blue line.
Massive cherry pick there, just waiting there, sitting on the blue line.
Classic junior hockey.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shot. Lifts the ankle and everything. Little toe lift. West Australia under some pressure. Poulter now will get it to Hogan. Had to drag a leg there, Jamison, so he didn't go offside. Probably it wasn't Jamison, that was Ben Shearer, West Australia. Rodden calls for it at the blue line. Backhand option here. Fires. Oh, so close. Tough angle, but he had plenty of net there to fire at.
Hogan definitely knew he was there and looked for that pass to set that up.
On the rush. Molly, Queensland captain, pinned against the boards.
Strong skating along the boards there to bring it into the zone.
Watts can't stop Hogan. Nice save up the toe there by Robinson.
Nice.
Rodden will go back for West Australia to pick up the pack. Under pressure there from Watts. She's keeping him busy against the boards there.
Manages to keep it in the zone. Fantastic work from Watts there.
Yeah, hard work with the forecheck. Lots of effort. These girls go give it every much as the blokes do here.
Oh, Shearer just can't stay on his skates, unfortunately, and trips over, even though he had a good clearing opportunity there.
West Australia fires towards the net, going behind. West Australia can't keep it in the zone. Queensland on the counter. What's now? Still skating hard. Real fit. Shot doesn't make it through, so it's fired around the boards, out of the zone. Slum can't find it. Bowler can. Off a stick and into the zone. West Australia just getting organised in their own end, but a strong Queensland forecheck, keeping them honest. Haslam now. Pass. Intercepted by Queensland. Not cleanly though. And West Australia can't make a clean entry into the zone. Molly now with a chance.
Jamison.
It was Jamison, sorry. It was 27 up 47. Well, lots of we've got 77 too. They're trying to kill me. It's going to kill me. Out to Bolden in 77. Turnover, Malcolm Smith. Number 3. Broken up by Molly, the Queensland captain, and he'll send it around to the other far side. Kept in the zone though by Western Australia, Haslam. Gets by the defenders, and Webb will pass it up to the right wing, Malcolm Smith. Pressure from Queensland, sends it back, and now they're on the counter. Western Australia have the numbers, and the shot goes wide.
Molly couldn't quite get that back from him, and then bringing it out of the zone and pushes it forward.
Molly's been skating hard and is starting to feel the pinch. Starting to feel some fatigue. Jamison comes on now for Molly. As they get a partial change in. West Australia get an opportunity, but min fires towards the net, but kind of sandwiches it a bit wide. Spin and fire, doesn't connect. Min tries to protect the puck with his body, does pretty good. Partridge now with a chance, fires high. Another defender has to retrieve his stick. It's Min again, but it was fortunate because the puck's come to him after he's picked it up.
It's keeping Min very busy there.
Normally when I lose my stick, it's at the wrong side of the ring, not the right side of the ring. Fight around the boards, and we're getting a little physical here as the intensity increases this third period. Just a 2-goal lead for Queensland. We've seen those disappear a lot pretty quickly in this DeFris tournament. So this game is far from done. We've got 6 minutes and 17 to go.
We've yet to see an empty net goal in this competition, but we could be facing one now. Oh!
Rebound a shot. Another shot. Watts this time. Bowler with a shot. It's off a body and wide. 4 attempts by Queensland. Western Australia scrambling. Instructions from the bench. Getting a bit desperate for Western Australia, but Braden Hogan's got it. He can carry the puck for them, settle the down, and he's pretty good at getting a shot on net too. Madden bravely steps forward. Rodden Padamita gets a shot away. Wide's a shot, but it's high. No, it's not Rabchuk.
It's Watts.
It's Watts.
Oh, we got a penalty coming up.
She got slashed a bit there, and it's been called. So Western Australia have a 2-minute penalty coming up.
So definitive slashing call there.
Pretty easy when the puck carrier takes one across the wrist. Yeah. Knocked the gloves off, so she was okay, but advantage Queensland.
So Telfer go into the box. Kale Telfer for 2 minutes in the box. And we got a timeout called. Hopefully their coaches can just settle things down a little bit.
I think it was Western Australia timeout, and they are giving instructions. Well, they've got 2 things to do now. They have to defend a power play against a power play with the penalty kill, and they want to try and score. So, whether they gamble a bit here, or if they stretch someone, or if they just see out the penalty and use what's left, they'll have about 3.5 minutes remaining. If they can kill this off, that will determine what they want to do here.
Still plenty of hockey left. There's just a little under 5.5 minutes left in this period. So anything, as we've seen, anything can happen in that amount of time. Queensland are ready. West Australia are out on the ice again. ready for this power play. Queensland power play.
So West Australia have their 4. They've got maybe in goal. So they'll be down two players for at least 2 minutes and less. The worst happens, they get scored on. Queensland setting up. Haslam can't clear. Dibble with a shot. It's off a stick and goes behind the net. Braden Hogan chips it off the boards. They are trying to set up with a score here, and they've got numbers. They've got a 3-on-none. Oh, Braden Hogan's overskated a bit, and it's got caught in the skates of the linesman.
Very unlucky. Very unlucky there.
Queensland have the power play, but at the moment they're pinned in their end by a shorthand of Western Australia. Just having a look to see if they pulled the goalie, but it was a bit too risky to do that. Haslam, nice pass. Gets the stick there. Shearer. Braden Hogan can't get through the player. He did draw a penalty. I wasn't sure about that one because he kind of skated into the space of the other player, but Dibble's stick did take out Hogan's skate, and Jeff Scott had no hesitation calling that a tripping penalty. So we've got 4-4 now. There's 4:29 left in the game, but there's 1:04 in the previous penalty.
As I said earlier, anything can happen. We've got 4-on-4 hockey. A lot more space on the ice for the players, so we've got some really good stick handlers and some really fast players, so absolutely anything can happen from here.
4-4 will be interesting. This is a big opportunity for Western Australia to try and even up here. Hogan can't keep it in the zone, so it dribbles down towards Maybe's net, and he's going to touch up for his defenseman. McNamara is going to forecheck. Tall young man. Carrying the puck. It's Boland into the zone.
Confidently enters that zone there. Almost clipped up Jeff in the neutral zone there.
Hogan now with it. Has a look ahead this time. Make sure he knows where the linesman is. Has to dodge him again. Sean Lynch with a pretty agile little jump over the puck there. Players do need to be aware of the lines, where the lines and goal linesmen and referees are. They are part of what we say, part of the furniture. Attempted shot off some shin pads. And
we're on a power play.
Yep.
West
Australia with a burst of speed, driving towards the net. Some nice moves, but maybe too many. Queensland sent it outside. West Australia setting up in front. They have a short power play. Attempted shot on net is well wide with a spin move. Rodden fires. It's off some shin pads. And we've got to race to the puck. Closer to it was Maybe, so he just got his stick on it and help out his D-man. Up the right wing. Tries inside. Is that why a shot scores? Braden Hogan, what a shot.
Again, that young man, Hogan, streaming through and just a hard rising shot. Goes with the wrister and absolutely beats Robinson.
We need to get the AHL teams down here, start signing players up.
Yes.
That's a fantastic skill show.
Yeah. Probably not for another 3 or 4 years, potentially. So.
Oh, no, I mean future signing, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Maybe it's time for a draft system. These are some pretty hot players to pick up.
That would make it very interesting, wouldn't it?
Sure would. So we've still got 2.5 minutes to go. West Australia down by 1. So I'll keep an eye on maybe to see if he heads to the bench to free up an extra attacker for Western Australia. But at the moment, it's a bit of an arm wrestle in centre ice. Queensland into the attacking zone. Jameson has it. Takes a shot. A save by Maybe.
Maybe smothers that shot. And doesn't WA appreciate that?
Yeah, he gets a couple of hugs for that one.
Keeping them alive.
We'll save goals for hugs.
Yes.
2:05 left in the game. quick shot by Watts it was, and a save by maybe off a bit of a hooping shot, knuckleball. 2:01 left. 5-on-5.
It's absolutely anyone's game at this moment. Queensland are obviously in the better position for the minute.
Some pacing happening on the Western Australian bench, I can tell you. Tension's high. Hogan now has it. He's the man you want out there for that last minute or so. Quick shot on net and a save there off the stick of Rodden. Good save by Robinson. We'll have a face-off in Queensland's end. Just one behind, and I'm keeping an eye on maybe. No, they're not pulling him. He's watching the bench to see if they call him. And the coach is going to go holler, let him know what's going on.
I would suggest that once WA control this enough, they might pull him. It's a minute 35 to go.
West Australian coach has told him to stay put, so there'll be some sort of signal at some time. He's keeping an eye on his bench. At the moment, Western Australia do have Queensland pinned. Shot on net, kept outside, just off the outside of the net. Rodden keeps it in. Maybe still put.
WA doing a great job. Oh!
Scores! Evens up in this last minute 10. And we got drama here. Great game here at Warners Bay, Hunter Scanning Stadium. West Australia scoring there. So I believe it was Poulter who scored that one. We'll see if we can pick out the numbers.
It was Hogan to Shearer to Poulter. So Hogan from behind.
Great setup.
To Shearer across the face.
We've got to give Queensland timeout, so we've got to pause here. So, Hogan, with great vision there, set up that play with tic-tac-toe, and in she goes. So, it's going to be a thrilling end to this one.
Hopefully I haven't jinxed any of the teams by saying anything can happen, but literally anything can happen, and we've seen it here, folks, today. Right? What was a 5-3 score suddenly becomes 5-all. Just again, it can come down to a little bit of skill and a little bit of puck luck as well. So.
Yeah, well, Perth, West Australia had some bad luck previously with some of the goals were pretty fortunate. There was a couple of sweet ones as well. But yeah, that's really helped West Australia. That's really lifted their spirits. They're going to have a lot of confidence from that. Queensland just getting their, I think the whistle's gone. They've been called up. Otherwise they're going to drop the puck on them.
I remind you that Queensland lose this game, it does open the door up for South Australia to still feature in the finals. So it will come down to goals. So this could be an interesting result.
Hogan, before checking, Rabchuk sends it back up ice. Queensland putting pressure now in West Australia's end. So we've got 1 minute now. 1 minute, last minute, but we're even. Hogan has a look inside. Gets it to Rodden up at the point. Rodden with a quick shot through a screen. It's off his own player and loose. It's smothered by Robinson. We've got to stop a play. Good save by Robinson under pressure.
It was anyone's puck that moment, but Robinson was able to fight for it. And absolutely keeping Queensland alive in this point in time.
Face-off will be outside the zone. Outside of Queensland zone, that is. So this is 5-on-5 at the moment. Big hit.
Oh, big hit. Oh.
In fact, that's been called by the linesman, which means it's a major. And we've got to play it down. And they're calling for the medic.
Hopefully he's right.
Now, I think that was Braden Hogan.
Yeah.
If that was called by the linesman and the referee, I think that means it's a major.
It's always a little bit difficult when you've got a larger player up against a smaller player.
Yeah, but that's not really what goes into the decision. Depends. We'll see what's actually called, but if it's automatically a major if a linesman calls it, and they only call it when they think it is a major. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it might have been calling for help, so I won't call that ahead of time. We'll wait and see what the referees say. But the play is up. Can you see who it was?
I can't quite see the numbers, unfortunately. Until he is up. Stick taps for everyone. So it's not stick taps. Everyone. That was Aussie Partridge that took a little bit of a heavy hit.
He's a hard hit against the boards there. There's no glass there too, so you kind of get bent over the boards.
Yeah. So hopefully the Partridge family are celebrating that their boy is safe.
Okay, so it's only been called a 2 minute, so probably a 2 minute boarding penalty, I guess. But that's tough for West Australia. There's only 36 seconds, so you've got to hang on here. So do we go to 3-on-3 overtime? We'll have to find out.
This situation hasn't ever hasn't come up.
We haven't had many close games, have we?
No.
Bolton gets the puck in. So we've got 23 seconds remaining. Jamison to the puck. Queensland putting pressure. Scores!
And that's...
Molly's in front and buries it.
You've got to say that's it. The game's not over yet. It's 18 seconds left. But you have to think that was the definitive score. The captain pulls through for Queensland, brings them forward. Maybe unable to save it, unfortunately, for WA.
Yeah, they've left him. They've followed the park and they've left him out open. You can't leave that young fella open. He's a weapon. Wow. We're seeing this game swing both ways right now. Western Australia aren't giving up. They're quickly on the drive. They've got an empty net. Can't hurt. Just 11 seconds to go.
He's got to get it out. He's got to get it out there and up.
They won't have the numbers. They don't have anyone up ice, so that should see the game. Malcolm Smith fires it in, but that's the game.
That's it for Queensland. Queensland taking over. Again, I will say anything can happen.
Huge win for Queensland. Well done to West Australia. That was a hell of a battle. It's one of the best games of hockey I've seen for a long time. Very exciting. So they should be proud of how they handled themselves, West Australia.
Absolutely.
What a fantastic game.
Cracker of a game. Absolutely. I hope you've enjoyed this game because I know I say it a lot, but that was just an amazing game to watch, and it could have gone any way at any time. So there you have it. Queensland just finally taking it with that 18 seconds left on the clock, scoring that game-winning goal against Western Australia. Five goals, so 6-5.
So that will put Queensland ahead with another 3. So I think that puts them on 9 points, if I remember right. Equal to New South Wales, but New South Wales have 1 game remaining, and that's against South Australia, who are currently without points.
Yes.
So well done to these two teams. Fantastic to watch these boys and girls play, and commiserations West Australia because they were pretty awesome. But wow, such a clinch game from Queensland. Yeah. So we'll be back this afternoon. Is that right? We've got enough game this afternoon.
So
2:15, 2:30. That's the West Australia New South Wales game.
2:45.
2:45. Yeah.
So New South Wales, South Australia. With Queensland's win, South Australia no longer a factor in the final series, unfortunately for South Australia. But look, they certainly will want to play for pride. They certainly definitely want to, at least put up a win in this competition. It will be a hard ask against a powerhouse New South Wales team that have been firing on all cylinders. But as we've seen. Anything could happen. You've got to be in it to win it, as the cliche says.
Well, I've seen a big improvement for Queensland. We've seen it at the top tier men's hockey. I'm really seeing it here with junior hockey, so it's so good to get them involved. And they're showing a real improvement up there, so well done to them. So a big win for Queensland, 6-5 over Western Australia here at Hunter Ice Skating Stadium, here at the 2022 DeFris Australian Tournament Under 15s. So we'll be back this afternoon at 2:45. But from me, Peter Lambert, and from Simon Ginty.
Thanks, Peter. It's been real fun. So we'll see. Hopefully, we'll see you this afternoon for what should be a cracker of a game.
And the big game's on tomorrow.
Yes.
Talk to you then.